Let's have a chat. The year is 2022. We've almost reached 10 years now in this wild ride of a project that we've come to know and love as Star Citizen. Now, I haven't quite been along for the ride for the whole thing, but I've been there from an early age, and I've grown up alongside and with this game. I've seen a lot of ups, and I've seen a lot of downs. It's been through a lot of controversy, and it's been through a lot of dark moments. I've made a lot of friends, and I've experienced quite a bit of loss. This game has changed me in ways I'll never be able to express. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely crazy, just thinking about all of it. But I wanted to sit down for a couple minutes and just kind of talk through my feelings and just kind of level with everyone here about this game, this project, and where everything is at. Because I truly believe that right now, right here, in 2022, we are at a make it or break it moment for Star Citizen. And what happens next could truly define not only what happens for me and for this project, but for the gaming industry at large. There's a lot of things riding on this. There's a lot of things at stake. And with the controversies and the mire and the corrupted bloat that have filled the industry as of late, it's now or never, folks. This really is it. I know I'm really building this up here, but you gotta understand, this is a pivotal moment in video gaming history. And so I just want to sit here and break it down for you just real quick, real fast, alright? Star Citizen's history all started back in 2012 with Chris Roberts and with a dream. He wanted to make the best damn space simulation ever. I don't even think Chris knew at the time just how high the stars really were that he was reaching for, but I respect him and admire him for sticking with it through and through. You know, the project's seen a lot of controversy and a lot of trouble over the years. Scam Citizen is a constant occurring meme and joke within the community and outside of the community. Everyone knows it as that weird spaceship game that sells internet spaceships for real money. Why would anyone buy a internet spaceship? Well, I'm not going to sit here and justify my insane actions or the insane actions of others. But if you watch this footage here, maybe you'll just catch a glimpse of what I truly see for the future. When I began back in 2016, I had come from a rather dark place in my own personal life. I was just joining the military, just signing up for the Army, at the ripe old age of 26, mind you. I wasn't no 18-year-old young bootstrap. No, I had already lived a life previously, and I had already experienced a lot of pain and strife. In fact, the reason I walked into that recruiter's office that day was because I was trying to escape that life, and I was trying to leave behind the pain and the suffering that I had known for a very long time. During my time in the recruitment office, I spoke with many different staff sergeants and sergeant first classes. But I spoke with one in particular. He sat down with me and he said, "Hey, look, I know I'm not the one working with you on your contract and getting you signed up, but, I heard you over there, you were talking to him and you were talking to Sergeant Combs, and I heard a thing or two about you being a gamer." I said, keep in mind not knowing military lingo at the time, I said, "Yes, sir, I'm a big avid gamer. I love video games." He goes, "Son, you don't know me, and I don't really know you. But before you leave this office and before you get on that plane, there's something I need to tell you about." "Well, what is that, sir?" "Son, have you ever heard of a game called Star Citizen?" At the time, I knew nothing of it. I knew nothing about it. But there it was, gentlemen and ladies. My informal introduction into the very thing that would shake me to the core and change my life forever. Now, when I started getting into Star Citizen for real, I didn't even really truly understand the scope or the grasp of what I had just stumbled into. But even then, even at that early stage, I knew there was something different. I knew there was something, if I may, epic about to happen. I learned, and I quickly believed, that not only could this game be one hell of a fucking game, but I believed that this could be the next thing that shaped us. Not just me, not just you, but shaped everyone around us. You see, I had just previously recoiled from a little thing known as World of Warcraft. Now, if you don't know, you should know that World of Warcraft shook the fucking world. People lived for that game. People died for that game. People got married on that game. People got divorced over that game. Lives were changed. And the culture, at least here in America, was shook by a video game. Now, I ate that up. I ate that up. That was everything I had ever wanted. But I felt like I missed out on a lot of it. I felt like I was just barely there. Just enough to watch the train pass by as it coasted on through the station. But I saw a glimpse of it. And boy, oh boy, did I want more. So here we are. Now, this game has technically been pitched as an MMORPG. But as you may or may not know, RPGs of the MMO variety tend to have certain stigmas about them, especially in today's world. They tend to come with their own problems, and they tend to come with their own controversy. But even in this age of change, even in this age of shifting the sands, I believe I have stumbled upon a bright new morning star. You see, it is my firm belief that this game will allow hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions of us, to one day reach into the stars, to battle in the most epic fleets, to explore unknown, and experience things that no gamers ever really experienced before. This game is shaping up to be one hell of a game. But a lot of it is riding on what happens in this very next year. And that has me both excited and nervous. What I want to accomplish, what I set out to do in Star Citizen, is I want to lead. I want to lead my friends. I want to lead my family. I want to lead anyone who's willing to come along. And I want to go to the brink. I want to tiptoe on the edge. I want to be able to say I've done it all, I've seen it all, and I've maybe even shot it all. I truly believe the future is here for this game. But you do have to kind of stop and ask yourself for a moment, are you ready for it? Are you even prepared? Now, a common trope that goes along with the community with this game is, well, if you're buying a computer right now and you want to play Star Citizen, don't buy a computer for Star Citizen. I know that probably sounds a little odd to some of you, but let me explain. You see, this game is not exactly optimized, and this game is certainly not finished. There's still a lot of work to do, and there's still a long road ahead. We've seen a lot of progress and a lot of change to this game over the last couple of years. And we'll continue to see even more as the next couple of years roll along. Currently, I'm rolling a beast god mode PC master race behemoth that would smite gods and make even the bravest and boldest of legends salute in my honor. A 5950X, 16 cores, 32 threads of unbridled CPU prowess. An RTX 3090 with 24 gigabytes of virtual memory, backed up by an additional 64 gigabytes of traditional RAM as well. Now, I have spared no expenses, and I have pulled out all the stops to make this absolute monster of a computer happen. And I, foolishly or wisely enough, decided to do this right in the middle of one of the craziest times to buy PC hardware. You see, right now, as you may or may not know, the PC market is in absolute turmoil. Scalpers, crypto miners, denizens of the otherverse, degenerates, harlots, trolls, ogres, and even, dare I mention them, Redditors. Filth of the underverse and saints from upon high have all summoned upon this ethereal plane to buy up our graphics cards and snatch away our processors. The market is in absolute rigmarole. Shortages are on the rise, and there is no end in sight. But fear not, for just like with this project, there is hope ahead. Now, me being the PC enthusiast that I tend to be, I've been watching the market rather particularly, especially as of late. I've got quite a few friends and quite a few family members who are particularly interested in upgrading rigs or getting brand new rigs altogether. And I've been trying to help them and watch and see what's going on. As some of you may or may not know, there was a recent dip in the crypto market. And soon, that's to be further exacerbated by a little thing known as proof of stake with Ethereum mining. Now, if you don't know, don't worry about it. Some of these details really aren't worth your time. All you do need to know is that this roller coaster, the ups and downs, and the ebbs and flows are still coming. And with it, opportunities, chances, and a moment to seize upon the day and acquire yourself and acquire others. Awesome, bomb-ass PC hardware. But you have to look ahead, and you have to plan for the future, because that's the only way. That, or you sell NFTs and make stupid money off people who don't know any better, but I don't advise that. Not at all. Terrible idea. In the meantime, while the PC market figures itself out, one little piece of advice I will give you is do actually look at pre-builds. Do actually look at gaming laptops. Now, this is some of the most controversial and counterintuitive information you may hear from a PC enthusiast. But you have to understand, this is exactly where our market is at right now. These are trying times, ladies and gentlemen. And you must be ready and willing to hop deep into the trenches and go to war with the eBay scalpers and the crypto farmers. Because that's the only way you're going to pull out ahead. By the way, forgive me here. I had to park on the side of Microtech. Toddler aggro, you know. All that good stuff, you know. The joys of parenting, as it were. It's okay. One day he'll be co-piloting my Idris. Anyways. In the meantime, let's talk about some other things. Star Citizen. The make it or break it year of 2022. 10 years into the project. How did we get here? How did we keep going? $400 million? Who the hell is spending money on this fucking vaporware game? Well, if you're in the PC hardware market and you're struggling and you're suffering, and you're maybe running an old crap ton, know that not everything is a lost cause. CIG, Cloud Imperium Games, is working on their end. And the pillars and the progress that they are about to make are truly going to shake this game forever. Well, let's talk about that, shall we? This year is so crucial to the future of the project and the future of video gaming at large, because major milestones and major pillars are about to be realized. Things that we could only imagine. Things that we could only dream are soon to become a reality in Star Citizen. Let's go through a few of them real fast. First off, we've got the Gen 12 renderer. Now, I'm no coding engineer, and I'm no NASA rocket scientist. But what I will tell you is this. Star Citizen right now is running on old legacy systems. And these systems have been the propped up stilts that have held this game up for the past several years. But they are fading and they are withering very fast. With the new Gen 12 renderer, the processing and the rendering of the graphics and the AI computations, the programming, and all the underlying infrastructure that make this game are going to get a massive overhaul. Things are going to be streamlined and made more efficient and more time conducive, if you will. Once the renderer is in and things have been patched out and smoothed up with that, they'll then roll it on over with a new Vulkan API. Now, if you don't know, APIs are what package the game's information and data together and allow for smooth and consistent data streaming amongst your client, your computer, and external clients and computers, aka the server. Vulkan will help make sure that your client is able to maintain and provide a smooth and efficient experience ahead. But that's not the only thing swinging in your corner. Soon, a brand new feature, a brand new outlook on Star Citizen will be here. Full persistence. Long ago, Chris Roberts spoke of a coffee cup. He would travel down through the atmosphere, through the raging torrents of weather. He would land upon the highest of mountain peaks, and he would place not but a single coffee mug on the very tip of that peak. He would set back in, he would spool his engines, and he would take off back into the stars. But if he was to ever return, if he was to ever make his way back, and if left unprovoked by other players, that coffee mug would still be there. On the top of a peak of the highest mountain of a long range spanning across the whole planet, swirling in the orbit of a solar system. One solar system amongst many in what we know as the verse. Folks, I don't mean to panter too much, but I gotta say, that's one hell of a fucking ambition. Full persistence will allow crashed wrecks from players to become derelicts, to become new homes to flora and fauna, the natural vegetation and the natural wildlife of those homes. Other players will be able to stumble upon these wrecks. They'll be able to salvage them, scrape them apart, pry from them useful materials and components. Players will be able to log in and out seamlessly anywhere, in space, on ground, in a cave, or on top of an asteroid, wherever they choose. This will have life-changing implications. It's honestly shocking to me to even think that we've gotten to this point. Full persistence. God. With full persistence in, the next step is server meshing. Now, if you've ever listened to a Star Citizen head talk his fucking ears off about this game, I'm sure at one point or another you have heard these two words mentioned. Server meshing. In layman's terms, or in a very dumbed down layman's terms, server meshing is a brand new, innovative technology that will allow servers to mesh and meld together to balance loads and create these, what the internal technicians are calling shards. Now, these shards won't limit you to who you interact with or who you see. These shards will all swirl and swarm together into these mesh servers. And one day, very soon, these mesh servers will combine together to make one ultimate player experience. No lockdown regions. No playing with North American players only. No pinging the Seattle server for the best ping and latency rates. We will all be bound through server meshing together. The actions and the choices that I make in my shard will be seamlessly meshed together and will display upon your shard. We will all interact and impact one another. And this, if CIG pulls this off, this is gonna be fucking nuts, folks. This is gonna be beyond epic. Now, as far as content with the game is concerned, quite a few things have been, shall we say, delayed. As these major pillars, server meshing, persistence, and the Gen 12 render roll in and get hammered into the game, we're going to start seeing major changes following shortly thereafter. Things that someone to the outside would be able to recognize as progress. The introduction of a whole nother solar system. Pyro. Nyx. And let's not forget Odin as well. They're working on that one for Squadron 42. It's speculated that shortly after Nyx is mopped up here, they might even moved on to Magda or Castra. But that's speculation for another day. Let's not get too far into the weeds, shall we? This game is about to experience a make it or break it moment, folks. And honestly, I'm just so glad to be here for it. I'm so glad to be able to experience it. That's crazy. It's crazy to think that 6 years ago, I was just a boot in a barracks with an MSI gaming laptop, playing some strange Kickstarter alpha, forming alliances, making friends. I didn't even realize at the time how much of an impact I was having already. This community, let me tell you. Folks, we're not even out of beta yet. And let me tell you, this community is one of the most passionate, one of the most caring, one of the most toxic, vitriol, and spite-filled, salty bastard communities I've ever been a part of. People love their internet spaceships, folks. I'm gonna be honest with you. People really fucking love their internet spaceships. And they're willing to fucking cut throats for them, alright? If you don't know, just ask a Carrack owner how the ship showdown of 2021 went when their precious $600 Explorer of Kings, King of Explorers, got beat out by the fucking Argo cargo. Anyways, I don't mean to poke too much fun at the Carrack cult, but that's another discussion for another day. In the meantime, I just want to say to anyone listening, to anyone who's been there with me, to anyone who's experienced this game so far, thank you. Thank you for backing this project. Thank you for being there. Thank you for showing your support. And thank you for riding the struggle bus with the rest of us. Because Lord knows, it ain't been an easy ride. Lots of bugs. Lots of glitches. Lots of keyboard shattering moments, you know? Let's just sum it up like that. There's been many a reason that a good gamer has raged and put a few holes in his wall nearby. But in spite of it all, thank you. This game is really shaping up. And with the coming year ahead, this game is about to change in massive, massive ways. Now, obviously, I can't really convert the masses, and I can't really persuade you to part the Red Sea like Moses. But if I could encourage you, just for a minute, I would encourage you to get ready. To get ready for this next year, and the next couple after. We're not coming out of release anytime soon, folks. Let's get that straight. And we still got a long road ahead. But if things go to plan, oh man, if things go to plan, we are about to experience an evolution in this game that is going to change things forever. And it is not just going to change this game. And it is not just going to change this community. But it is going to change the gaming industry. I hope you're ready, folks. And when the time comes, I hope you're prepared. Because if there's one thing I've learned about MMOs, and about really good MMOs, it's this. MMORPGs. Massive, online, role-playing games are not just simply a game. They are an event, folks. They are a social event. In many ways, a social experiment. If you're there for it, if you get to experience it, folks, there is nothing like it in the world. There is nothing like being at the peak of an MMORPG. Seeing the to and fro of thousands of players, seeing the bustling economies, the busy networks, the pervasive hordes, the swarming toxic menace of trolls, the courageous leaders, the strong-willed guild leaders and org representatives, the dirty and unnoble assassins and harlots, the opportunistic criminals and mercenaries. Facets of real life, folks. Human psychology in a beautiful dance and display, elegantly portrayed in a vast digital world where we, as real life human beings, are allowed to do things, say things, take actions that to be frank. If you were to do some of these things or say some of these things in real life, yeah, that probably wouldn't go down too well, you know. It wouldn't be a good day. Wouldn't be a good day for many people involved, you know. But that's the beauty of this. People are allowed to express themselves. People are allowed to fully stretch out, fully reach out, and impact and affect one another in ways that, well, up until recently would have never been conceivable. Star Citizen is going to be an MMORPG unlike anything before. And maybe even, dare I say, anything after. This is an event, folks. And if you're there for it, I salute you. I salute you and I welcome you aboard. Because it is going to be one hell of a ride. Anyways, I think that's enough rambling out of me. But let me leave you with this. If you're a friend of mine, if you know who I am in any capacity, I would urge you and I would encourage you to come and join me. Come join me on this adventure. Come join me on this journey. I want you here with me. I want you to see these stars. I want you to experience this experience. I want you to have a front row seat to this event. Once in a lifetime, folks. All I can do is hold out the ticket. You're the one that's got to board the train. I'll leave it there for now. Life's been getting busy. Life's been getting hard. And I haven't been able to play much recently, and I haven't been able to really interact or socialize much recently. But just know, I'm keeping my head down and I'm doing what I need to do. And I'll still be there. And I'm still watching, and I'm still waiting. And one day very soon, we're going to reach for those stars. I hope to see you guys in the verse one day. But until then, fly safe. Be strong. And always lead where your heart takes you. This is Soul Sentinel, signing out.